Diane Nolan is standing by, along with our Coca-Cola player of the game, Danielle Fiacco. Here's Dan Mowdy.
All right, thanks a lot, Gary, here with head coach Diane Nolan. And Diane, tell us a little bit about the middle of that first half. It seemed to be a real good Lafayette start here. You held a 10-point lead, 16-6, and then it seemed like Stony Brook started to catch their wind.
They amped up their defense, and we didn't respond offensively. You know, I think we didn't move the ball quickly enough. That played into their strength of their defense. They beat us down the floor in transition defense, and they got the boards. You know, they were a step quicker than we were today in almost every part of the game, and it showed in their point production and the way they were able to handle our defense.
It seemed like a little bit later in the game, things started to work out as far as going to your bigs inside, and Danielle Fiacco had a pretty strong outing.
She had a really, really good game. She had like 3 people on her, and we still were able to get her the ball, and good things are going to happen. When that happens, you know, we need a little more help from the outside, and that's something that we'll grow with.
Tough time of year. I mean, students are students. They're also basketball players, but right now with finals week looming, that's got to be a concern.
It is, but I mean, this is a game that on your home court you got to protect, and we'll grow from this one.
All right, Diane, thanks for joining us here in the postgame show.
Thank you.
Diane Nolan, the head coach of the Lafayette Leopards. Let's turn to our Coca-Cola player of the game, Danielle Fiacco. And Danielle, as I was talking to your coach, Diane Nolan, it was a little while before Lafayette seemed to get a feel for getting the ball inside to both you and Emily Homan.
Yeah, after a while, once they started double teaming, it was just like getting the flow of going the 2 defenders, because in the first 4 minutes it was all wide open, so they had to adjust, and we just needed to adjust from the new double and then eventually triple teaming. So.
A lot of good hustle out there by you and the rest of the Lafayette Leopards here. Excellent performance today on the free throw line for you personally. 9 of 10 from the charity stripe, 5 of 9 from the floor, 6 rebounds, 19 points total, 4 blocks along the way. Not too far from a career-high 23 points for you today, so congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. It was just, unfortunately it didn't show, but it was a team effort.
Danielle, before you go, I think a lot of teams are probably taken aback when they see 5 Lafayette Leopards come in to substitute for the 5 starters. Tell us a little bit about how that's worked for your advantage this season. You've got a pretty good record to show for it.
Yeah, we're running up and down the court, which is really good. We're just, once the first group can go all out, and then the second group comes in, and then they can go all out. So it's really hard, and we wear out teams that way, and I think it shows through our record. Today it didn't show, but we'll definitely improve over it the next bunch of days and be ready for St. Francis on next Friday.
There you go. Danielle Fiacco talking to us here in the postgame show, our Coca-Cola player of the game. And not only do they go all out, Gary, but everybody on this team is all in. Now back to you.
They certainly are. We look forward to them in the Patriot League season. But, of course, we have highlights of today's ball game. We'll break down some of the numbers. Here are the highlights. John Leone will take us through them.
And, Gary, I think Diane Nolan hit the nail on the head when she talked about the quickness of Stony Brook. There you see Oganoran doing a terrific job on the inside. Despite her 6'1" size, she had that little crafty lefty kind of move. And then, of course, Goodman. What a great player. Shakira Goodman doing a terrific job in all facets of the game. How about this young lady? I mean, Corey did a terrific job. Her name is Corey Bain Walker, and she was a Bain Lafayette in the side of Lafayette today, stepping outside, hitting big shots when they needed to. That was number 13, Sabre Proctor, who it was one of their leading returning players. Kelly Lockney got things going in the second half. Lafayette showed signs, little baseline jump shot there. The ball moved quickly. For a while, it looked like Linnell Macklin was going to have one of those games. They needed more from the perimeter, but in the end, it really was Danielle Fiacco and Emily Homan who were able to do most of the offensive damage from the inside. A big shot here by Maddie Peabody down the stretch got the lead to 4, and for a moment, it looked like Lafayette was going to come back. Nice little move on the inside, the up and under by Jamie O'Hare. Lafayette really never went away to the very end. It was Linnell Macklin getting the ball to the rim. That gave Emily Homan a chance for a follow-in. The bigs did their job. 2 things Diane Nolan said, Gary, that I think are critical. Number 1, it was the quickness of Stony Brook today, and they still need that balance. The inside-outside, they couldn't knock down a big perimeter shot when they needed most.
You get a look for Seawolves in double figures, led by Sabre Proctor with 21 points, but Bain Walker certainly played a very good floor game. And on the other side for Lafayette, you notice they had 3 in double figures. Macklin with 10, Holman with 14, And, of course, Danielle Fiacco with 19 points and 6 rebounds. For Stony Brook, they're 71 points on 23 field goals. They were 22 for 30 from the free throw line, just 3 for 16 from beyond the arc. They go to 6-3 on the season, and they'll take a 2-week break for final exams also. For the Lafayette Leopards, they're 61 points on 24 field goals. They were 10 for 12 from the foul line. They, too, just 3 for 16 from beyond the arc. They, too, will end up with a 6-3 record as they'll get ready for final exams also before their next ball game, as Lafayette will take on St. Francis of New York. There you have it. Final score, Stony Brook 71, Lafayette 61.